Hi, this is Ashley Eckstein, voice of Ahsoka Tano, and thank you for listening to the Super Awesome Geek Show.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to another Sunday Morning Vintage. Today, I've got a bunch of G.I. Joe. G.I. Joe is there. Action figures and vehicles to look at. Mostly related to Zartan and the Dreadnoks, but there will be a couple other things because there's kind of a project. We have a couple of we're going to make one complete one out of two incomplete ones. So for once, we won't have John's incomplete vehicles. We might actually have one John's incomplete vehicles and one actually complete vehicle. we'll look at that in a minute, though. So one of the things I got to do here is get this untangled. Why is this all tangled up here? See, I usually go on at the top of the hour, but I was late because I'm setting all this stuff up. Dave, how you doing? Morning, John. I'm out of town, but wanted to stop by and say hi. Hello. Well, thank you for stopping by and saying hello. Always good to see you, Dave, my friend. But yeah, I usually have everything set up, but I was late in setting everything up because I got everything destroyed and I'm moving stuff around, and I've almost got this room. As you saw from the Galactus video, it's almost cleared out and able to use again. So then it'll be a matter of bringing everything in and putting it on display. So it's like. It's move everything out so you could do the shelves, then bring everything back in and put it on display. So what am I doing here? I was trying to get to put this other camera on, wasn't I? Yes, that's what I was trying to do. Why isn't it showing up on my stream? Is this actually out there? Why is this not showing up on my stream? Oh, there it is. Okay. All right. Bam. What I'm trying to do is set up a second camera here because I didn't do it while I was, setting everything up. I wanted to get online. I wanted to talk to people. I wanted to say hello to you guys, and I could do this while I'm talking to you. There is a buzz going around about a Ripper show that shines a torch light on Dreadnought. That is a really, I like that, Lobot. That is a really good, that's a really good, yeah. What do we, yeah. What do we call this other camera? The knock cam, N-O-K? The knock cam? All right, we'll do that. And it's not on the right direction. Nope, not that. We need settings, camera, back camera. There we go. Hey, this doesn't look so bad as just as it is. A lot of times I have to, I have to adjust these lights. I should turn that off at first because I'm talking to you guys. There we go. There we go. Okay, there we go. I could hear a double in my ear. Okay. So so today what I thought I would do is we will look at some G.I. Joe figures. We'll look at some Dreadnoks, and we have a couple other action figures to look at in addition to Dreadnoks, but they're kind of like swampy and animalistic and whatever. And then we have the Copperhead boat to build because there's two. I have two of them, and we're going to see if we can make one of them out of the two. And yeah, go from there. Plus, I've got some extra figures, and we can see which ones look better. But I don't think. Anyway, let's just switch to this camera here. I'm going to make this bigger. Boom. Yeah, there we go. And let's kind of make this go something like that. I don't know how is this. I kind of didn't want the glare from the screen to be on the figures, and it's too close to each other. It's all too close to each other. It's all too close. Too close, my friends. All right, so let's see here. We've got the three original Dreadnoks here. Torch. Well, no, this is Torch. This is Torch. This is Ripper. And this is Buzzer. Like what Lobot was saying, there is a buzz going around about a Ripper show that shines a torch on the Dreadnoks. Get it? Do you have Thrasher, mate? Yes, Thrasher is in the car. He's in his car in here. So Thrasher's in the car. We'll get him out. We got Monkey Wrench over here. And we have Zanzibar. I think that's what his name was, wasn't it? Or what was this guy's? Was that his name? I don't know. Or was Zanzibar the brother? Was he the brother and Zarana? Was that how it worked? Oh my gosh, how could I not remember these names? Well, with names like Zanzibar, I mean, how could you not? How could you get it straight? Or we don't need Copperhead yet. We can leave him up there. He can come later because we've got some other stuff coming up when we do him. And we got another Zartan, another Zarana. What were these guys' names? Oh my gosh, this is gonna kill me. You guys remember their names? Well played puns, Lobot. Yes. Oh, let me fix that background. It's not I think I have different backgrounds for different layouts here. Let's see, how's this one? Yeah, you can kind of see whatever. I don't know. How's this? We'll just do that. Yeah, there we go. Because, what the hell? It doesn't matter, does it? No, it doesn't matter. Okay. Zanzibar is the one with the dark hair. So he's Zanzibar. Okay, so this guy is Zanzibar, right? And he needs his skiff, but I don't have the skiff. I don't have that little skiff thing. I don't have that skiff thing. So I need to get the skiff for Zanzibar. But I like him. I mean, this little tuft of hair. Like, why did they do a real hair on a G.I. Joe? I don't know. But that wasn't a common practice. And then suddenly Zanzibar has real hair. So you can comb it and wash it and braid it and make it look good and shiny. Oops. And you can drop him so you can break. He didn't break. He just got dropped. But okay, so this is Xandar. That's what it is. So see why like Xandar, Zarana, Zanzibar. How are you supposed to remember everyone's names? So this is Xandar, and he's got a cool little gun and like a bow and arrow backpack. Bow and arrow backpack. He's got a little earring in his ear. Yeah, Zarana and Xandar, Zartan's siblings. Hey, Left Coast has a skiff for sale. Oh, okay. Left Coast, there's a skiff you could, that you got for sale. Yeah. Uh, and hug it and squeeze it and call it George. Yes, exactly. Good morning, Bill. Hello. How you doing, my friend? Good to see you. Good to see you. And yeah, so there's Monkey Wrench. Now, you know what? The gun is thanks to Monkey Wrench's weapon is thanks. That's another John Boldry gift. I think he sent a bunch of accessories one day, and Monkey Wrench's. It was just like I think it was a hello card, like a greeting card that was just like hello, how you been, my friend, and a bunch of accessories in the pack, and one of them was Monkey Wrench's gun because I think on a previous video showing off stuff he had seen that Monkey Wrench was missing his weapon. John pays attention to those things. He notices details like, well, I noticed that certain figure didn't have its weapon, so here you go. And I think he sent me a cloak for one of the Kenner, the cape for the Kenner Tusken Raider too was in there. But he has a broken crotch, so I got to get. That shouldn't be that difficult to find a crotch piece for Monkey Wrench and get. Heck, I could probably get a whole new figure for just like $5 or $10. They're not that difficult to find. But okay, yeah. So Xandar and Zarana here. So I got two Zaranas. One's darker than the other. I don't know. I think I chose wisely in putting this one on the stand, and this is my extra. There's not really that much difference between them, but this looks faded. The head looks faded, and the side pieces. It looks weird to me a little bit, but yeah. And she's a little looser. She might need a new rubber band, where this one's stiff. But there's not much difference in quality between the two of them, so I could use her for trading fodder. Anybody need a Zarana? You want to trade a Zarana? All right, you want to see, let's see, we have two Zartans also. And this Zartan is kind of my placeholder Zartan. He's holding on to the other chest piece because it has the color changing sticker still on it. But I actually kind of like the clear glass. So I use this when I have my Zartan on display because I kind of like the chest piece with the clear glass. And then he's got the leg piece. This is the only Zartan I have that has the leg pieces. I think I have a third Zartan floating around somewhere, but he's in a box or something. But he's all broken up. He's like his head got mangled and there's different things. So he's like mangled Zartan, and this is my decent Zartan. And this also is the Zartan I've had since I was a kid because he's got the paint on the bottom. And he's got the backpack with the face inside. Yes, I have a separate face. I am now Dr. Mindbender. And then you can close it. But yeah, you can just put that face on. You can be like, I am going to be Zartan in disguise. Are you? Yes, I am. Dun, 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 Zartan in disguise. He's all like, "Oh, look at me! You don't think I'm Zartan now? I'm not wearing his clothes or anything. I'm a totally different guy. I'm gonna sneak in to the Walmart and buy some shoes because I don't want Walmart people knowing that I'm really Zartan." Do do do. And then this one comes out and he's like, "Whoa! You've got my clothes out. Holy crap, I thought I was really Zartan." "No, you're not. You don't look like Zartan." He's like, "Dude, but we shop at the same stores. Look, I just got new shoes at Walmart." He's like, "Wow." "And you went in looking exactly like Zartan. I was worried. That's why I put on this fake face. Because I didn't think they would let you buy shoes if you looked like Zartan." "Nah, psh, you know what's wrong with you." And he goes on his way, and then he gets some shoes and buys some Burger King for lunch. So that's exactly what happens whenever you put the fake mask on Zartan. So a true story, not yeah. I didn't just make that up on the spot. So yeah, there's Zartan, pretty cool. Does the other Zartan have? Ugh, he can't stand up. We'll just lay him down. We don't want him to fall. Now, the other Zartan has his backpack, but I don't know. No, there's no face in there. So we just have his backpack extra. Someday I could be persuaded to get rid of the Zartan if someone really wanted to trade, but I would keep this part. I'm just letting you know because I want to have it with that because I don't have the sticker. So this one's hanging around just to hang on to this in a sense because I want to keep it. Ugh, now my eyes are bugging out. All that talk about Walmart bugged my eyes out. There is a variant of Zorana with and without earrings. Yes, I. So you want to know something? I know which Zorana I would date. So you want to know something interesting about this Zorana with and without earrings? So as a kid growing up, I had the one with the earrings, and the one with the earrings is more rare. Okay, and she survived the move to Seattle. So I had these three Dreadnoks came with me. I think I'm not sure if Monkey. No, I don't think Monkey Wrench survived, but one of the Zoranas survived. Zartan survived, and Xandar survived the move. But a lot of other things, like we had this as a kid, and I had this as a kid, but those got lost in the move from New York to Seattle. So it was like random boxes made it, and other boxes didn't make it. I don't know why. I've told the story a million times. I lost 2 or 3 boxes, and they had G.I. Joe and Transformers. But anyways, the Zorana that made it was one with the earrings. And while I was in Seattle, I joined a Star Wars fan club, and there was a guy in there that was collecting all the G.I. Joes, and he flat out offered me $300 for the Zorana with the earrings because he had never seen one before. And when he was over at my place, he was like freaking out. And like on the spot, he like went and got the money. And this was before we could like PayPal and Venmo and stuff. And he went and got the money and came back and gave me $300 cash for her on the spot. So I just sold her. I was like, "You can have her, dude. There you go." And now I had seen her go for more at certain points throughout my life, going to conventions and looking around. But if you do a quick search on eBay, you can probably find one for $100 to $150 now. So it was kind of one of those in the moment things, and I think the guy was freaking out, and a lot of people weren't fully on board with using eBay and stuff like that back then. So because I moved to Seattle in 2001, so this is like a long ass time ago, 20 odd years ago, and people weren't as like, you know, he might never have even gone on eBay yet. You know what I mean? So it was kind of like you had to rely on local stores and people and friends, and a lot of prices got out of hand before people realized that there's 100 million of them and everyone's putting them up on eBay. Because it was like that with a lot of 90s action figures, you know, like people thought Speckled Gun Spawn was rare, and it's not. You know, people thought the black versus green spy suit of Wolverine from the 90s, you know, one was rarer than the other, and it's not really the case anymore, you know. And it was, I mean, there were times when some of these, like I remember the pink cannonball from the 1990s X-Men X-Force Toy Biz line at one point was selling for $150. And now if you go look up the pink cannonball on eBay, you'll probably find one for $10 or less. So it's like, yeah, a lot of things before eBay were overinflated in the prices. It was crazy. But anyways, so that's how my Zorana with earrings disappeared, was because I sold it to a friend in Seattle. And yeah, I kind of want it still, but I don't know. I could always get another one for a lot less than what he paid me for it. So, but anyways, I could find just a head too. I could find just a head and swap it with this extra body. There you go. That's a reason for keeping that one around, right? Howdy, legends! The slaughterhouse is here. Don't forget to hit that like button. Thank you. I appreciate it. Did they ever reveal who the fake face was? No, I don't know. I mean, I'm not. I guess I shouldn't flat out say no, because I don't know. I'm not sure, but I would think that was he Fred? Is it Fred, the Crimson Guard? Fred? Why settle for Walmart with this guy? He could have gone to Kohl's. Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, he could have gone to Kohl's. Mr. B. Good morning, Mr. B. Good morning, everyone. Paul Greenlease. Hello, Paul. How you doing? Love that picture with the stormtroopers, by the way. I every time I see that, I'm like, ooh, look at him with the stormtroopers. It's a great shot. Ed 5. Hello, Ed 5. Is it late for you? Is it late for you over there? It's late at night, right, for you? Early in the morning for me, late at night for Ed 5, I think. As a kid, my mind was blown with the heat-changing capabilities of Tarzan. Zartan. Yeah. Yeah, I used to put them in the freezer and the refrigerator, and then you'd take them out in the sunlight and let them bake on the ground and stuff. Yeah. Cheers. Drink. Bum. Orlando's getting on with the links. Thanks, Orlando. Cool. 2025 Sunday night here. Yep. 2205. Sorry. 2205 Sunday night. Yeah. For those of us in the States who don't use, if you're not familiar with military time, it is, that is 10:05, correct? I think it's 10:05 at night. Yeah. Lego Studs. They're going to be on today at 10 a.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. GMT. The Lego Studs will be building Lego. It's hosted by Salacious Rum, the one and only leader of the Monkey Lizards. I need some super awesome science in my life. Any ideas where I can get some? There is a new channel that is popping up. New channel coming soon. I've actually got like maybe 20 or so ideas on topics, and I'm going to start writing some of them, and I will what I think I'm going to do is I'm gonna write these. Let me put the link in here. Here's the link to Super Awesome Science Show. Let me do something here. Sorry, this is a total tangent. While I where is share? Why don't I have a share feature on my mute, stop camera settings? It's present now. They changed the button from share to present. I'm like, where's my share button? And it's present, like presentation. Okay, so now this is official. I can't just share something with you guys. I now have to present it. Yes. So we'll switch cameras so I can get the right motion going. All right, we are now going to present you with a new channel that I'm putting together. And let's see, share screen. What's that? No, that's not it. Chrome tab. No. Um. Um. Why can't I just? All right, I'm going to share the entire screen. You have to deal with a flash for a moment. Dun dun dun! Drum roll. Yeah, drum roll. Dandy. Share screen, and I'm going to move over to the screen to show you it. There you go. Do you see it? Hopefully you see that now. The Super Awesome Science Show. And that was the link in the channel I put up there so you guys can subscribe. We're at 3 subscribers so far. When we get to 10, do we have to do a giveaway? All right, so the only thing that's up here now is some featured channels like the Super Awesome Geek Show. You know, that guy's pretty cool. You might want to check his stuff out. The Great Salacious Rum, who has helped us come up with this idea. This was sort of like, a lot of times on Rum's video game chats and other things, we will get into some science, and he's kind of encouraged me, stabbing me in the back with a pencil, pushing me along, and encouraging me to write and do this Super Awesome Science channel all about sciencey stuff. And I do have an about section that tells about it. It says, "Welcome to the Super Awesome Science Show. If you come for knowledge, then turn away. If you come for enlightenment, then turn away. If you come for evidence, then turn away. But if you come for science with a twist, stay right here. I'm John, the Super Awesome Science Guy, and on this channel, I'll do my best to bring you science behind the strange and wonderful world we live in. It'll be fun. It'll be interesting. It might be right in my head, but I'm not sure it'll end up right in your head. Welcome again to the Super Awesome Science Show, where we take science loosely." It's more like a wild guess, really. And then there is a warning here. It says, "Nothing here on the show is probably accurate at all, and in no way should be taken as actual science." So it's just, you got to cover all the bases in case if someone calls me out on this and be like, "That's not science, you idiot." So there you go. Super Awesome Science Show. And be coming soon. Super Awesome Science Show. So yeah, what I want to do, I think, with that channel is I am going to ask for some people like basically I have 10 or 12 ideas written down for topics. And I'm going to start writing those. I'm going to actually script it, sort of write it, because I want to have like some semblance of order. I'm not just going to randomly talk about it, I guess. I don't know. My random thoughts will be coalesced into an organized pattern, I think. So it has a beginning, middle, and end, a proper flow. But at the same time, I want to have it a little bit, each episode I'm going to have a guest on. So let's say I'm doing one on faster than light travel, and we're talking about hyperspeed versus warp drive. Like Star Wars, they use hyperspace, and in Star Trek, they use a warp drive. So if you want to know the difference between the two, I'll explain the two. But what I might do is I might have it introduced by like a special guest. So I might get Salacious Rum to come on and record with me a little segment where Rum will be asking, "Science, John, what's the difference between hyperspace and warp drive?" That's exactly how Rum sounds, by the way. And and he might ask a few specific questions or do some funny antics or something, and we'll record that, and then I'll mix that in with the video as we go along. Or maybe he'll raise his hand, and you'll see like a schoolyard full of rums all sitting in their chairs, and one of them might raise their hand. But Super John, what, And so yeah, so we might get fun with this and do some interactions and things. So yeah, my eyes are bugging out again. Oh, sorry guys. I get too excited on these things. So let's see what else we got here. We have everyone saying hello again. Da 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 da. Rolando, how you doing? Awesome. Just subscribe to the Super Awesome Science Show. Thank you so much. Subscribed. Thank you so much. So cool. Subbed. Thank you, Ed. Lego Studs now subscribed. Yeah, Lego Studs is Salacious's new channel, so be sure to check that out. He's breaking his Lego stuff away from the regular channel just so that it's a little more clear what is what, which are like interview sort of things and which are Lego game related, Timmy and Nibbles the hamster's here. Hello, Timmy, and hello, Nibbles. Nibbles, 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 nibbles. Nibbles the hamster. On Lego Studs, I'm going to try and show off the first 5 minutes of my film. What? Whoa, cool. All right, so we'll look forward to that. That's cool. I just subbed. SG2 thought it was before, but I brought some so I don't get kicked again, mate. So let's get back to looking at these GI Joe stuff. Where I get delayed by all this stuff. Michael Reed, how you doing? Both of us are here and proud to be here. Cool. All right, so we've looked at the Dreadnoks, we've looked at Zartan. Now we got to this is stuck. I wanted to move it, but it's stuck. Now we got to look at the vehicles here. We got to check out some of these vehicles here. So let's get these guys out of the way. Now with Zartan, I have his skiff thing. And his skiff thing, this is the original one I've had since I was a kid. And I don't dare take it apart. You can see the silver paint at the bottom. Because the silver, by the way, my mom painted, you can see it here. My mom painted a lot of my figures with silver on the bottom. I bet these guys do too, don't they? Yeah, silver on the bottom. See that? My mom painted a lot of my figures with silver on the bottom, and a lot of my vehicles got like a little bit of silver. Or gold. Sometimes they'll be gold or some bronze. She must have had some like silver, gold, and bronze like paint and just went to town. Because if I would go over to a friend's house or a neighbor, she wanted to make sure I came back with my toys and not the neighbor's toys. I mean, I don't know why it would matter if we both had snake eyes and I came home with a snake eyes. What does it matter if it's mine or my friend's? You know what I mean? Like, it's still snake eyes, but unless his was broken, you know what I mean? And then I could be like, well, no, because mine has paint on the bottom and it's brand new. But anyway, so this is the exact one I've had since I was a kid. I don't dare take it apart anymore because, like you can see, it's kind of floppy, and you can take these apart, and he's got like I have a little sled somewhere. I don't know where it is. I was looking for it, but it's got to be in a box. And there's also a couple Dreadnoks in a box. Like I have Road Pig. What's weird is I just got Road Pig, and I can't find him. So he's got to be already in a box. Probably because it's one of the newest items I got, and I didn't have time or room to put a lot of stuff on display before doing this project. That is, I've got all this empty space now. So I just put in this corner shelf thing So it goes along that wall, it's in the corner, and then it goes along that wall. So I've got to now I've got to, and I'm getting stuff cleared out of this room. So it's kind of like I can now start bringing stuff back in. But a lot of stuff went in boxes while I was, there we go, it's loosened up again. Just moving it around loosened it up. So a lot of stuff went in boxes, and I think that's what happened to Road Pig and some accessories and other things. Because look at this, Iron Man fell down. Why is Iron Man laying down over there? This is the old superpowers Iron Man with his shield, and I'm Tony Stark. Like if you go, boy, that's not working, is it? It's our mixed together, but it's one way it's supposed to be Tony Stark, and the other way it's Iron Man. Like he switches, but it's kind of like they're mixed together on that. But I need to get a better Iron Man because his face is really scuffed up, but it'll do. At least I got his weapon and shield, right? And by the way, in the shield is all three different holograms. I got all three holograms just snapped into one shield so I can keep them together. But we're not here for Marvel. We're here for freaking Dreadnoks. So freaking Dreadnoks, man. Freaking Dreadnoks. Sorry. And I'm trying to move things around here. So yeah, so anyways, the other parts to this, like the little carrier thing and Road Pig and stuff, must be in a box somewhere. But we didn't get to look at these Dreadnoks, did we? So this is Buzzer. Yep. Buzzer. And Buzzer has a cool chainsaw weapon. He's like, when I was a kid, I imagined myself cutting trees. And so when I got older, I made myself a cool chainsaw weapon. And now I can cut anything I want, not just trees, including people. I cut people. Why? And he's got this chain, like sickle blade thing on it on a chain, so he can like ha. And then he's got a backpack with a gas can on it, so he can dump the gas and light stuff on fire. Because he likes, like Beavis, he likes fire. Fire. He's kind of like Beavis already, isn't he? Yeah. So, yeah, there's Buzzer. And we got Ripper. Oi! Ripper, yeah. Oi! And 5, is that a good accent? Am I butchering your accent? Oi, look at me, I'm Ripper. I don't know. But Ripper has this cool thing that he can, like, it's like the jaws of life, where you put it in a car and rip the door open so he can rip things apart. And then he's got this awesome gun with like a little blade on it, and that's pretty cool. It kind of looks like the standard G.I. Joe gun, but with a clip and a little shink on it. And I just kind of tuck it away back here because it kind of works. You can tuck it in that little backpack, and the backpack has like a motor engine, looks like a motor, almost like a motorcycle engine shoved in there, and with this little wire cage around it. Pretty cool. Ripper. He's got like a pseudo mohawk. He's got not entirely a mohawk, but it's like a little, he shaved the sides of his head and let the center grow. So it's a cheesy, like, backwater mohawk that's appropriate for the guy, I need to chat with Michael. Okay. Uh-oh. Wants a new vid from me today? No, mate, you did well. You did well. Okay. Ripper looks like Zazie. Zazie. Oh, no, I'm dropping stuff over here. Sorry. Hold on. There we go. And then we have Torch. My Torch is a little loose. He's probably going to need a new rubber band soon. Torch has a skull necklace. And this is the Torch from my childhood. I don't know why I kept all the Dreadnoks weapons from when I was a kid, but Torch has a backpack that has gas cylinders on it, and for some reason it's a plastic gray hose, not a black hose like they were moving to. And he's got the torch weapon, so he's basically a blowtorch, and like burn everything up. And he's got sort of a mullet. I mean, it's kind of a mullet. I don't know. I don't know how you get your hair to kind of be long like that and then kind of come up in the back like that. That's kind of weird. It's like they cut the mold just so his head could turn. But yeah, yeah, yeah. Torch is cool. I like the original three Dreadnoks. I think they're pretty cool. They're it's a great bunch to have. You know, the original three. I think what was it? You got those three in Zartan originally, right? Wasn't that the original bunch? I think it was those three in Zartan originally, and then shortly after, the Vehicle of Vehicles came out. This was like, oh my gosh, this was so awesome. Thrasher and his Thunder Machine hit the stores in 1985, and us kids were blown away. We were just like, dun, 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 I don't know, that's not G.I. Joe music, but whatever. It was so cool. We were just like, oh, this is the greatest vehicle of all time. Like, how could this be like something we now have in our hands? You know, it was awesome. My brother got this. My brother got this thing, and I was so jealous. I wanted one myself, but I bought this one a few years back. I think it was after I moved to Florida. Yeah, so it was a few years back. I got a lot. I think there was 3 or 4 vehicles in it, and this was one of the vehicles. So it's not 100% perfect. I think all the parts are there, but like you can see, the antenna is a little wonky. It goes off to the side, and I think there's supposed to be like a ball on the end that's missing. And this front grate, I can't straighten it out. It's been bent or something, but it's okay. It kind of gives it character, you know. So I'm all right with it. I'm not going to complain too much here. Because like I said, all the parts, all the stickers, it really looks good, and it looks like they've, you know, the little imperfections like on the grate and stuff make it look like it's been run through the swamp a few times, you know, and that's kind of cool. It's got that used sort of feeling on it, which you know, so that's all right. That's all right. But it's got these twin cannons up front, and if you rotate the cannons, I don't know if you can see this, but if you rotate the cannons, the little belt can go through these cannons. It's got like little notches on it, so you can kind of see the belt move. You see that? It's like so cool. I wish there was like more of a wheel thing you could turn back here, and it could be like, get him! You know, it's got a big jet engine in the back, and it takes off. These cool flaps all can come off, so you got these like, sure they can come off. They really can come off. These cool flaps come off. No, that one's not coming off. I want to break it. Well, oh, there we go. There we go. That one's coming off. So you can get to the tire. So he can fix his own wheel. He can be like, oh, the wheel's busted. I got to fix it and take the flap off. And then he's like, I'll put the flap back on. And it's protected. Front wheels are pretty open. You got all these foot pegs, 4 foot pegs on the side and 4 foot pegs over here. So you could really jam in a lot of figures if you wanted to, but I think their intention is use 2 foot pegs for one guy and 2 foot pegs for a different guy, you know, so you have both feet on there. These little things could open up so you can get like in there, play around with your guys. You could also just take these things right off, and that was kind of the easier way to get in there to get your action figure. pull out Thrasher. And here he is, Thrasher with his green hair. He was the rock star. He was like the glam rock. Thrasher was in the band Poison. He was all like, every rose has its thorn. Yeah, it does. Pew, pew, pew. Yeah. Yeah. That was that. Yeah, he was in Poison. Not really though. Thrasher wasn't really in the band Poison. Don't go like, walking to your friends and being like, "Hey, I learned something today. John told me that Thrasher from the GI Joe was in Poison," and he's gonna look at you like, "What are you, crazy?" But yeah, he had this cool green hair, neon green hair. He had spikes all on him. This is a really good Thrasher, actually. He shouldn't be just hiding in the vehicle, but he was the vehicle driver, so I have to have him hiding in there. Now, the other thing is I swear that I had his club in here, but I don't know where it went now. So it's got to be somewhere in a box or something, because I'm pretty sure I had his weapon. He came with a little mace-like weapon. I think it was like a club-like thing, and mine's gone. So either I lost it or it's in a box, and I'll find it as I start digging things through and putting stuff away, putting stuff on display. So yeah, Thrasher. Look at his boots, man. He's got spikes on his boots. Really cool. Great looking figure. He's a really cool guy. Thrasher showed up and he was clever, right? Wasn't he the one that like the Dreadnoks were like, we're gonna give all you guys this you all gotta fight. They were like, you all gotta fight, and whoever's the last one standing is going to join the Dreadnoks and Zartan. And Thrasher was clever where he didn't join the fight right away. And he waited, and then he brought his vehicle in and kicked the last few guys' butts. I mean, he kind of cheated if you really look at it at a certain point of view. He cheated, but they won him over because he was like, "And I come with a vehicle," so Zartan was then like, "Okay, you're in, Thrasher." I think he put him to one more test, didn't he? Didn't he test him with their mission that they were going on to help Cobra against GI Joe, and then he was okay in that mission, so he stuck around. Stick around. Pretty cool. I love the vehicle. Love the figure. Great character. Let's get caught back up with the chat. Looks like a team creation, John. John playing with his toys is hilarious. I'm glad you enjoy me playing with my toys. I make stuff up, Yeah, I can imagine the A-Team guys going to... Oh, that was the A-Team. It was the A-Team. I was singing the A-Team, wasn't I? Singing the A-Team. I got you. Yeah, I can imagine the A-Team guys going into a shed and coming out with the vehicle. Yeah, they would, right? Hey, Chris, how you doing? Chris is here from 1000th Ghost. It's Romper Room playtime. It was a lacrosse stick. That's it. There you go. Yeah, okay. He came with a lacrosse stick. That's it. Yeah. Such a cool vehicle. Mad Max. Yeah, Mad Max was around the same time, right? So once again, I'm going to put in my Super Awesome Science Show link. So make sure you go to the Super Awesome Science Show, and hopefully, I hope that link is showing up, right? It should be showing up. So the other vehicle I have for the Dreadnoks is this swamp boat helicopter thing. Was it called the Swamp Fire? Is that what it was called, right? I think this was called the Swamp Fire. I didn't realize I picked a green background, and well, let me see here. Yeah, there we go. We can switch it to white background. There we go. That's better. That's a little better. Did someone pee on that? My background? I don't know. So the swamp buggy helicopter boat thing is I don't think it came with a character. No, you didn't get an action figure with this thing, but it was pretty neat. I feel like mine is faded a little bit. I think the green was brighter green on the top and the pylons, but I don't have another one to compare it with. But I mean, I remember this as a kid. I had it. It disappeared in the move, and I got this very recently, like within the last 6 or 8 months. Again, in a lot. I think there was 2 or 3 items I got altogether, and it to me it looks different for some reason. I don't know what about it is different. The dates match everything. It obviously looks old enough, but there's something different about it than the one I remember having as a kid. Like I feel like the one I had as a kid, these pylons and the helicopter blade and the gun up front were a bright green, and now they seem to be a dull like puke color green. So I'm kind of weirded out. I don't know if I should hunt down a second one, or I might want to look at them in person, because I think I got this off an online, like eBay or Mercari or something. I don't know. I forget already. I forget a lot of these things pretty quickly. But the body looks great. The stickers are all cool, and let's do the it transforms so we can it kind of transforms. So like you take these and you pop them out, and then you fold them back, and they go. I think you got to pop them back in here. Come on. They can come off, by the way. You can just get rid of them if you want to. But you kind of lock them in place here. There you go. So they're folded back. And then these little pylon things, you can kind of fold up into the body. I don't know if you're supposed to put them sideways or just leave them at a slight angle or what, but you kind of fold them up. And you've got a streamlined swamp buggy now that I don't know how it propels itself through the water, because there's no like jet engine thing, but it does now. So now it will skim through the water. Let's go. And yeah, we can get a guy in there. Like, here we go. Since he doesn't have his skiff thing, he can sit in here and be like, I'm gonna drive the boat now. So he can drive the boat. Oh, there, the peg is broke. There's a little peg that's supposed to be there to put his hand on, but it's broken. So but that's not that big a deal. Like, who cares, right? That doesn't matter. So his luxurious hair that we were playing with earlier, that we can we can comb it, and we can brush it, we can braid it and wash it and love it, just like George. And yeah, his beautiful luxurious hair can flow in the wind as he flies through the swamp. And he's like, I'll get you, you G.I. Joe guys. You, yes, you, I'll get you. And yeah, so there you go. The swamp fire, right? Was it swamp fire? Is that what it was, right? He's like, get another one. Yeah. The parts were color changing as well. Yeah, okay. So maybe that's just the thing. They're slightly stuck on a certain color change. I had it as a kid. Hope I can get another one. Okay. Lack is here. Lack attack. Hello, Lack. Ed 5. It is the swamp fire. Do you have the Dreadnought cycle? No, but I have been eyeballing the cycle. This is all I have now. We're out of Dreadnought stuff, so we're gonna have to move to a few other things here in a minute. But yes, I don't have any more Dreadnought stuff. I want the cycle. I had the cycle when we were kids, but I do not have the cycle right now. Lack, good morning, everyone. He's saying hi to everybody. Good to see you, Lack Attack. We all lack. So we got to yeah, I got to get the cycle. I had the cycle when I was a kid, but I don't have it now, and it's on the list. I've actually looked at a couple. Um, it can be quite expensive to get that thing complete, so I've been trying to find other avenues of getting it. You know, if I could find something for a, what I consider a reasonable price on eBay is like $30 or less or something. I don't mind doing it. But when things start getting 70, like I've seen that cycle for $70, $80 on eBay, and I'm kind of like, that's too much. I bet you I can find it at a local shop if I wait and have enough patience. It'll show up somewhere locally or at a car boot sale or a garage sale, a community sale somewhere, and I'll be able to get it for a lot less than $70, $80. So it's like, that's, to me, that for that cycle, that's too much to pay. So I'm not going to do it. So I'm looking at other avenues. So there is a limit. Like I use eBay a lot, I use Mercari a lot, but I have limits where if some things are just consistently too much money, I just don't use eBay for those higher price things. And some of the items I think are overly inflated as far as their price. Like that cycle should not be $70, $80. I'm sorry. I don't think it should be. So I've got so we're going to venture into some other territory here. I've got a couple figures to look at. We got Major Blood. We got this dude with this, and we got this other bird guy. So Cobras liked bird guys for some reason. They were like big into bird people. And I recently got the 4-wheeler. I just got that only this week. This just showed up. So and I had the 4-wheeler when I was a kid. I loved that 4-wheeler, and it disappeared in the move. It was gone. But I just got, and this was cheap, man. I think it was like, was it like $20 or something I was an eBay find, and no one bid on it. It was one of those things that nobody bid on for some reason. So I had put a bid on it, and I actually forgot about it. And then a couple days later, I get a notification saying, "You won the bid," and I was like, "What? What did I win?" Because yeah, and I think he had it at $19.99 plus shipping or something like that. But surprisingly, this is another one of those things that a lot of times this 4-wheeler can be $60, $70, $80 on eBay and Mercari and stuff. So it was kind of one of those freak things where I saw one for cheap and no one, apparently, he must have had it misspelled or something weird, but nobody saw it. Or it was just one of those times where nobody has any money right now, so they're not bidding on stuff. And I got it for cheap. But I had been looking at these for months, probably maybe even more than a year. I had been watching them and like looking at certain ones, bidding on some here and there, and never winning one because they keep going for $60, $70. And finally I got one for, it was right around that $20 range plus shipping, I think it was, if I remember correctly. I could look it up, but the phone is it's being used as a camera. I use eBay. I use my phone for eBay. I don't. But anyways, so we're actually gonna have to take Copperhead off of this because we've got to compare Copperheads. Because I got a couple of them here. I got a couple of Copperheads now, and we have the boats. We got this boat with a Copperhead in it. So there's like tons of Copperheads floating around. But the reason we have the boats out is because I have 2 of the boats now, and I think between the 2 boats we can make one complete boat. So we'll look at Copperhead in those boats in a minute, and we'll pick the best Copperhead to put on display in the best boat. But anyways, so Crocmaster here, I've got a pretty decent Crocmaster original, but I don't have any of his accessories. I've only got the figure. I need to get his alligator. I at least have to get the alligator, right? And then I need the little hose thing that goes in there. And he had a whip. Didn't the original one have a whip and a little pokey thing or some kind of stick or something? I don't remember. My book is hidden. I don't have. I on earlier shows I could get the book out and just look. We could look at what all the parts were, but the book is in a pile of crap that it's behind. I think it's actually in a. I think it's in a bookcase that has a door on it, and there's like 3 stacks 10 high of small box comics in the way. So I'd have to move like at least 30 comic book boxes and then get into that cabinet and get the book out. So it's a pain. I can't do that right now. I'm not doing that right now. But yeah, we got a bunch of stuff to get for Crocmaster to make him complete. But otherwise, this is a nice looking Crocmaster, I think. I think this is really cool. His paint, his eyes look good. I mean, the paint on the belt looks good. His wrists, the legs, everything looks really good about this Crocmaster. I just need to get all of his accessories. I need to figure that out. But I always thought that Crocmaster should go with the Dreadnoks because he's got a crocodile. He's got a little crocodile friend. And where do crocodiles live but in the swamp? So they should hang out with he should hang out with the Dreadnoks, right? He should be an honorary Dreadnok. Is Muzza here? Did the people saying hi to Muzza? Hey, Muzza. How you doing, Muzza? Darth Muzza. I blame Copperhead for starting the crazy color G.I. Joe thing. What? You blame it all on Copperhead. Copperhead has a variant as well. Yeah, he does. Yeah. That's a technical name. The pokey thing. Yes. When you're at the zoo and they need to move some animals around, they're like, give me the pokey thing. That's totally what it is. Not to buy any of these G.I. Joe. Paul, you want G.I. Joe. You must have G.I. Joe. You have to get G.I. Joe. It's great. He needs a whip, a pipe for his mask, and Fiona with a harness. Okay. So he didn't even have a pokey thing. I came back now. Hello. Hey, Tam and Bell. How you doing? Good people over there. So we also I'm dying. What's going on? One of the first guys with an accent on the Cobra line was Major Blood here. Major Blood had a mechanical arm that didn't grim. That didn't bend. It was just a mechanical arm that didn't bend. No elbow joint. That's kind of sad. And then he had this cool gun. And you could clip in the gun. I think there was a way to clip a missile in there or something into the gun. Because if I had his backpack, which I don't have his backpack, but if I had his backpack, he would have a backpack with some missiles in it, right? And couldn't you take those missiles out and stick them in the gun somewhere? I feel like you could do that. Pretty cool figure. I very recently got this guy. He's not someone I've had for a long time. I never had Major Blood as a kid, so he's kind of been. I kind of got him, and because I just never had him before. But I don't. He's sort of Dreadnok-like, I don't know. Tertiary. He's like Dreadnok on the side, or what is Dude's favorite phrase? Adjacent. Dreadnok adjacent. That's it. He's Dreadnok adjacent. Blood and Men-at-Arms related. I don't know. Are they? Yeah. Yeah. He's Dreadnok adjacent. Yeah. And that's what I guess all these guys are. They kind of remind me of Dreadnoks, so they're sort of Dreadnok adjacent. And this guy was called Raptor, right? Wasn't he called Raptor? Raptor or something like that. And he had this cool, like, big bird cape thing that flowed around him. Now, this guy, I think, was a process. If I remember correctly, I had to get... I don't think I could find a good cape with a good figure and a good bird. I feel like I bought each of these in separate pieces, if I remember correctly. I'm sure I did a video on it. Someone's going to have to go back and look at the video. I might have described it. Or maybe it was that's how I was finding it, and I finally found one that was really good shape, so I bought it. I don't know. But a lot of times, I guess what happened was when I was searching for this guy, a lot of times I'd find a perfect figure, but the cape was ripped because the armholes where you put your arms through would be ripped or torn, or it'd be torn off the backpack back here, or just ripped in certain spots. And then the bird, oftentimes the bird didn't have his claws. Like these claws will be ripped out of the bird. So, and they do that. They go when they're out. They just get popped out. But so I had a hard time for a while finding one that had, a good cape. Because otherwise you'd find like, oh, it's got a beautiful cape, but the figure's trashed, or the bird is intact, but the cape's all ripped up. You know what I mean? So it was like it was hard to find one where all three pieces were in good shape. So I don't remember if I bought it in three different parts, like if I bought just a good cape, just a good figure, and just a good bird and put it together, or if I finally did find one that was in good shape all the way around. Well, I'll have to go back and watch my own video to remind myself how I got this guy, because like I said, I forget sometimes. But I do remember the journey. It took me a long time to find him in good shape. And he's a pretty cool character. I mean, like, at first you're like, who the hell would want this guy? Like, why would you ever want this guy? What the hell is this? He's the Cobra Falconer, and why does he wear a falcon on his head? Like, who would wear that other than Halloween? Like, why would you be wearing a bird on your head? That's just so ridiculous. Like, and why would you wear this ridiculous cape with wings? He didn't fly. This guy did not fly. He didn't have magical powers. This backpack didn't allow him to fly. He just liked wearing it because he thought it was neat looking. And he's like, it's like that guy that's like so into stuff that you're like, really, dude? Really? Like, you're going to go to the club looking like that? And he'll be like, why not? Chicks dig this. You're like, no, they don't. Nope. Sorry, dude. You're not going to the club with us. Go back inside and change or stay home. He's like, what? This is probably how Dino would dress up when he went to the clubs, right? Is Dino here? He's going to be like, what the hell, dude? Dreadnought adjacent. Yeah, there you go. Wasn't he Falcon? Yeah, his name was Falcon, right? Yeah. Careful, John. Dude might have a copyright on that adjacent word. Yeah. Raptor, he came with Falcon called Talon. Yeah, that's it. Raptor, and his Falcon is named Talon. That's right. You got it. We got it. We got it figured out. Yeah. Raptor. Laughing my ass off, Dino. Well, couldn't you see him wearing that? I can see him wearing that goofy thing. And then we have this guy, which I never remember his name, and he's got a vulture. So he's got this backpack. This I thought was a very clever design, because with Spirit and Freedom and with Raptor and Talon, the bird always had to clip to the guy's arm. So you couldn't really use that arm for like gunning and doing stuff and running around with your figure. And same with Shipwreck. Shipwreck, the parrot, Polly the parrot, would have to sit on his arm. But by the time they got to this guy, they said, hey, what if we make it on like an extension on the backpack? So they got this little stick thing that sticks out from the backpack, and the bird can sit on that like a perch. Brilliant idea. Too bad it came too late. But he's got this cool gold machine gun with a silencer on it, big ass silencer. If you've got a giant nasty machine gun like that, why do you need like you're not trying to be stealth with a freaking big ass machine gun. You know what I mean? So I think that's the reason to have a silencer on there. I don't know. But yeah, his bird is really cool. I mean, it's a vulture. Look at that. What kid would not like a vulture? You're like, oh, he's going to eat all the dead GI Joes. Of course, GI Joes never died in the cartoon, but you know. So what is that guy's name? We got to figure out his name. Duffman's here. Hey, Duffman, how you doing? How you doing? Laughing my ass off at Dino. 100% Dino. Definitely. Is Geek Strong even here? I had to stop watching. I could not watch Dino in that outfit. Yeah, yeah. Duffman. Duffman. Thousands of no spoilers, Ghost. I have to watch the replay. Yeah, Dino's got quite an outfit on in that thing. There was a good dance party at the end, though. I must say, you know, surprise guest popped in and did a good dance party. For anyone new, if this link is working, I have a new channel, the Super Awesome Science Show. Voltar, that's it. Yay, Lobot. Voltar, yes. Voltar was so this guy was Voltar. Thank you, Lobot. And yeah, cool. And like I said, I do have Road Pig, but I don't know where he went. So I need to get Naga. I think the last Dreadnok I need to get is Naga Hide. He comes with a pig. I think he has a pig friend. There was one point where I was going through and getting all the guys that had pets, and the last one I need is Naga Hide with his boar. He has a boar, a pig pet. Dino is an oddly attractive as a green woman. Colonel Clink with a vulture. Will he let me hold him and call him She-Hulk? Oh my gosh. Dino's strawberry clip is a tad disturbing, though. Did anyone watch Shabby on Press Play Jeopardy? Well, G-Force, I'll tell you what happened, okay? Unfortunately, when I saw the Twitter post for Press Play Jeopardy, the Twitter post was full of text saying that Shabby and you guys would be on playing Jeopardy, but there was no link. There was no link in the Twitter post. So you couldn't get to the actual thing. And I wasn't subscribed to Press Play yet. So when I put in Press Play in the search in YouTube, it came up with like 1 million video game streams, not their channel. So, but it literally took me about an hour to find their channel because they didn't leave a link anywhere. And I was like, what the hell? Like, we need a link. Does anybody have a link? You know, and yeah. But eventually, I found it. I found it eventually, but it took me like almost an hour to find it because it was so. Yeah, yeah. Dean loves his wig life. Vern loves his toupee. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. The my link's working. Good. Okay, cool. Duffman. I don't have Twitter. Oh, you don't need Twitter. It's okay. Don't worry about it. Twitter's gonna. I don't know. We'll see what happens. It could be something good. It could be something bad. Guess we'll never know. So I recently also when I got this the 4-wheeler again, the Ferret, it's called the Cobra Ferret, right? Has missiles that take off. Ah, no, missiles. And when I got him, I got another again, this was another one of those auctions. They just had this guy up and it was like $1 or something. So I clicked on it, like, you know, I clicked the first bid, the opening bid of $1. I think it was 99 cents plus shipping. and then I just let it sit and forgot about it. And then I came back when I got a notification, you won the auction. I'm like, oh, what did I win? And it was like I got this guy for $1. So I'm like, oh, cool. Because I need more HISS tank drivers. I've got, I don't know, what did I got, like 7 or 8 HISS tanks, but I've only got maybe 3 drivers. So I gotta build up more HISS tank drivers to have all the HISS tanks outfitted with crew, and it would be kind of neat to get even more of them so they could go in the gunner spot and the driver's seat of the HISS tanks. So it'd be cool if I had like 12 or 14 of these HISS tank drivers, because then I could put them all in the cockpit and in the gunner seat and have a whole army of HISS tank drivers, because I fit my army of HISS tanks. Because the HISS tank is my favorite vehicle, so I can't pass. Like if I'm out and about and I see a HISS tank and I'm like, $10 for a HISS tank, it's mine. It's coming home. So I got like 7 of them now, or 8 of them. I don't even know how many there are on that shelf. There could be 9 on that shelf for all I know. I don't know. There's so many. I just keep getting HISS tanks because I love them so much. It's my favorite vehicle. And I know I'm going to be upset when people start getting the HasLab HISS tank, because by all rights I should have bought that no matter what cost it was. But what happened was I was backing it. I backed it all the way up to the last day. But quite frankly, that night when you're supposed to pay for it, I did not have I think after tax and shipping, for me, it was $427 after taxes and shipping. And I did not have the $427 in my toy account. I could not splurge for my bills, the account, or else I wouldn't be paying my bills that month. So I have a toy budget. I had to stick to it. So I had to cancel that night before they charged me and put me in the negative. So unfortunately, I did not end up getting that HasLab HISS tank. But I kind of wish now that I had somehow borrowed the money. I probably could have called my brother and been like, dude, I need to borrow the money. Take it out of his medical fund. Mark, I need your medical money for my HISS tank. Like what the hell, dude? But I would have paid him back. You know what I mean? So, like, you don't need your cancer treatment this week. I need my HISS tank. That's what. Anyways, okay, so there we go. Let's get into this now. We've got so I have 2. So this is the boat that I've had on display for the longest time. So I have a Copperhead sitting in the gunner seat, because that way you can see him better. So you're like, hello, I'm Copperhead, and I drive the water moccasin. So he's like, hello. Yes, my name is Copperhead, and I drive the water moccasin. I've been doing it for 20 years now. I work for Cobra. Yes, I feel ashamed about that. I'm sorry. I wish that I had made better choices in my life, but I'm here today to tell you that I'm starting to turn my life around, and I want to fix up the water moccasin here. I have a second water moccasin right here. And what I plan to do is take parts from the other water moccasin and put it on this water moccasin, and then I will start using my water moccasin for good. I will drive old ladies to the market, help them get their groceries, and I'll even carry the bags in for them. I'll gladly help them out, take the bags inside. I promise I will not steal any of their jewelry while in the house. I seriously am trying to turn over a new leaf. So, yes, I'm trying to do good here. So yeah, he sits in here, and then I have some Cobra eels. Now with Cobra eels, I don't have any accessories for any of my Cobra eels. So I really wish that I could get. I think this eel. The other reason he's sitting in there is because this eel is in pretty bad shape, and he's missing a hand. He got bit by a shark. No, could we make up something better? We could make up a better story about how this guy lost his hand. Let's make up a good story on how he lost his hand. He doesn't even have the pegs on his helmet to put the breathing apparatus on. See, like this guy's got these pegs. My finger's in the way. Do you see the pegs right there? Can you see those pegs right in front of my finger? No, like he's got these pegs. Can you see those? I don't even know if you can see them when I'm not. There you go. There you go. His pegs are broken. They're busted off. But anyway, so this one's in pretty bad shape. So he's that's why he's the driver, because he's got to stay hidden. But I do want to get the backpack. He should have some webbed feet, a dart gun, right? Doesn't he have a dart gun kind of gun? And then the backpack has like a little clippy-do that goes on the bottom, and it has hoses that go to the breathing mask that go on his face. His arms are loose, but otherwise his legs and stuff are pretty good. But I need to get an eel with all the equipment, or just get equipment for this guy. And this one will drive. He'll drive the vehicle because he's all beat up, and we can hide him in there. So let's say he was down there like trying to get into G.I. Joe's base, and like an octopus attacked, and it went, I'm an octopus and I'm getting all over your hand, and it bit off his hand with that claw beak that the octopus has. And he was like, oh, my hand, no. And he could be like, he could come over, he swims over. Jerry, what's wrong, Cobra Jerry? Oh, Cobra Jeff, my hand got bit off by a octopus. I think you mean an octopus, Jerry. Shut up, Jeff. My hand just got bit off by an octopus, and you're correcting my grammar. Well, Cobra Commander likes it when we talk right. We sound like hillbillies. You're not a Dreadnok after all. The hell? So yeah, that happened, and so that's how Cobra Jeff lost his hand. Or wait, he was Jerry, right? Cobra Jerry. That's how Cobra Jerry lost his hand. Cobra Eel Jerry lost his hand to an octopus. Yeah. So, what are we catching up with the chat here? What do we got? Wilhelm Toy and Hobby. How you doing? He got too close to Fiona, and took his hand. I don't have to work today. Bills are overrated. His tank blues. Who needs medical treatment? Toys are the best medicine. Yeah, right? Hello, Wilhelm. Hello. Eel is the best Cobra figure, right? Yeah, aren't they awesome? Who needs electricity when you can have a His tank, right? Yeah. I wish that I had made better choices, my dude. Love the snow serpent. Yeah, the snow ones are cool. John and Copperhead chat. Oh, eels are rad. Got too close to Fiona and it took his hand. Quinn shot his hand off. He lost his hand picking up a massive electric eel. That's a good one. I like that. Yeah. Salacious bit it off when he tried cooking him. Tried to have sex with him, I mean. I heard that. But he loves that. Battle damage. He's salacious. Rum. Mr. Paul. Monkey lizards are sex props. G'day, Darth. Stick a hook in it like Aquaman. Yeah, then we could do that. Maybe I'll find a little hook. We could do that. Monkey lizards are lover wizards. Yes, and octopus, not a. I know my monkey lizard is a sex wizard. One of those freak low ceiling fan accidents. There we go. That's a good one. Cool. That's a good one. All right. So what we need to do now is we need to figure out like which copperhead is the best copperhead, because now we have 3 copperheads here. And do we have the variant copperhead? I don't think we have the variant, because the variant copperhead had a different color scheme, right? Wasn't it like the opposite? It was like dark and then light green or something. It was, I think it was opposite colors or something. But these all look exactly the same, so I don't think we have the variant copperhead here. So this copperhead has scuffs and stuff around him. His helmet's scuffed up. I kind of feel like this one's not. Boy, this one looks the best, because this one's got scuffs around the chest piece. The mouth is scuffed up on that one, where this one, the head is perfect. I think this is the best copperhead, so he's going to go with the boat. And then I have 2 extra copperheads. We could make a boat army, guys. We could do like a army of them, or we could sell one or trade one. We could trade one with the spare boat that we end up with, because we're going to end up with a spare boat. So this boat, this is the boat that I've had on display for the longest time. The stickers look pretty good on it. It's got the foot pegs on each side. But what it's missing, it seems to be missing the window that goes in here. And was there a bottom piece that connected these to each other? I don't remember. But see, this round piece is a little wonky. You see what I'm saying? Can you see that? It's a little wonky. And then these don't stay in it because it's wonky. So I'm wondering if this one. And then there's supposed to be like a missile or something down here. And we don't have the missile. So we're missing a missile. We're missing a window glass piece. And we're missing a good. You can see that, right? It's like all wonky. It's like bent, out of shape. It's bent weird. So there's like you might be able to get that in the right shape, or we might be able to use this one, because this one looks more round. This one looks more round, but I don't know what's involved in taking that apart. But we do have the glass, so we got the glass here. See, this one, the gun and everything's in really good shape, where this one, the gun has something on it. There's like red. You got red on you. So we can put this glass on there and make that go with that. Let's put our driver in there so we don't. So we decided you were driving because you lost your hand in the ceiling fan accident. You were like, oh, you were so excited at that party that you raised your hands up in the air and it got caught in the ceiling fan and ripped your hand off. And so now you're stuck being a driver because you can't go underwater with one hand anymore. So yeah, there we go. That fits there, but it fits perfectly. And the other reason we wanted this extra boat was because, oh, look at this. It's got the little missile thing. No way. So whatever the hell this is, it has it. I don't know if it's like a bomb or a little. There's nowhere to get a guy to hang on to it. He can't it's not like he can grab onto it and be like, let's go for a ski, woo. And it doesn't look like it has explosives. It just looks like a stupid little sled thing. I don't know what it does. But it's got to go on right here. So now we got I think we have a complete water moccasin thanks to this. And then we have an extra one that looks pretty cool, but it's not complete though, where this one's complete. Now it's complete, right? Yeah. Pretty cool. I don't know if I want to. I kind of want to keep it, right? I don't know if I want to trade this away. I like the water moccasin so much that I might want to keep both. Why not have two in your army, right? So I could have one that's complete and one that's just, you know, hanging out. But I do need I think I need one of these things because I think I just noticed something on this. Yeah, see the peg? All right, look at this. So it's got a peg here. Peg, like the bottom one, this one's missing the peg. So I do need a new flappy deal, and then it would work. Then it would stay in there because it's. So we should track down one more part because this is kind of broken. Oh, and it's a little bit cracked at the base here too. Maybe we'll be able to find one of those pretty quick. I think though that can't be that difficult to track down, right? Pop it in there. Yeah. That's not bad, right? I mean, that's pretty good. Put Copperhead back in there. I think we're doing pretty good with that. I mean, who's going to know that one piece is slightly broken, right? It's not that big a deal. I think it looks really good. Copperhead row. Maybe one of those small ceiling hooks could screw into his wrist. Yeah, right. There you go. Great idea, G-Force. Copperhead Road is a good tune. Yeah, I got a figure with a fishhook hand. I think the variant has dark green or an all green helmet. I can't remember. Yeah, there's something like he's dark green or yeah, it's different, right? Yeah. It was only 4. It's a row, not a road. 3 copperheads. The sled goes in the back bottom. Surface torpedo went underneath. Oh, wait, what? Do I have it wrong? There was another. Am I missing another part? Is that what you're trying to say? Hold on a second here. Back bottom. Surface torpedo goes what? I don't know what you're talking about. I don't see where else this could go. I mean, this is where the sled thing goes, right? I mean, that's what it looks like. It fits in there perfectly. So what do you mean about a torpedo? I didn't know there was is there supposed to be a torpedo also? And I'm missing another part? Did you just shatter all my hopes and dreams of having a complete water moccasin? What was it called? The Joes used it in Tiger Force? I don't remember. Yeah, they had a different. Was it just called the Tiger Moccasin or something? I haven't heard in like forever. Must be an impressive ceiling fan. Blades of the fan were machetes. Yes, yes. Such a great boat. It floats well. Almost lost mine as a kid down a storm drain. There was a hill by my house when it rained. There was a small stream. Became roaring rapids, so I had to try it. Yeah. And then you're like running after it. You're like, no, don't go down the drain. Don't go down the drain. Get back here. Or like we had we had a big ditch area when we were kids. In the water, when it rained, like water would flow down it like a river. But there were always like where the driveway was, there was a big tube, a big like metal tunnel that went under the driveway, and the water would flow through. But if sticks and debris and stuff got stuck in there, and your vehicle floated into the tunnel, it could get stuck on a stick or debris halfway through, and you're like, oh crap. And I remember we had to go find like the smallest kid in the neighborhood and have him climb in there to get our stuff out. We were like, what was his name? This little kid, he was so small, and we were like, get in there. Brandon, was it Brandon or something? I don't remember. But we were like, get in there and get our vehicles out. We made him crawl in there. Only came down about twice a year. I'm the most interesting man on earth, so I'm fine. Well, it was faster than I thought, and I almost lost it at the end. Yeah. So when the boat was repainted for Tiger Force, what was it called? That's what I mean. I think it was it something stupid like the Tiger Moccasin or the Tiger Shark was the shark version of the tiger, right? Yeah. The Cottonmouth. Was it really? I don't believe that. Was it really? I don't think it was what is it? Was this called the Tiger Shark? When it was the tiger one? I don't remember. I thought the Tiger Shark was looks great in my opinion, John. I thought the Tiger Shark was the shark that was dressed up like a tiger, but like the actual shark, wasn't it? I don't know. There was a smaller one too. Yeah, the little the devil fish, the orange boat. The orange boat was the devil fish, and they repainted that in Tiger Force as well. Have you got anything not cool that I don't want to buy? No, you do have it. The sled surface. Okay, I got you. It is supposed to be a torpedo, is what you're saying. Okay, I got you. So it is supposed to be a torpedo, even though it doesn't look like a torpedo. I got you. Okay, yeah. Yeah, okay. Thanks, guys. I want the Tiger Shark boat again. I had it as a kid. Yeah, I got a correct and complete. Okay, good. Yeah. Tied the string onto our. Oh, good idea. That string. Yeah. Small fry climbing that tube. Yeah. Carved my grandfather had a long string on his thing. The string is a good idea. We needed Lack when we were kids, because Lack would have been like, guys, we got to tie a string to this before we put it down the river. Get our boats back. Yeah. Oh, I love the Tiger Force too. I wish I had anything Tiger Force. Devilfish in a ditch and they would get stuck in the culvert. Yeah. I need to get a devilfish. I had the orange boat, that little devilfish boat when I was a kid. I need to get it back. I don't have it now, so I need to get that. I need to get the and I want to get the Tiger Force stuff. Now I have a friend in New York who still has the he sent me pictures. He was cleaning out. I think we've reached the end of what I wanted to look at. So he was cleaning out his parents' place where he grew up as a kid, and in the attic he keeps finding all these toys that he had when he was a kid, and he sends me pictures, and he doesn't know yet what he's going to do with them. He's like, I don't know if I'm going to sell them or if I'm going to, whatever, blah blah blah, and I'm like, well, if you're going to sell them to me. Like I want all your toys, give them to me, like let's get them this way. But he sent me pictures. He's got remember the Snowcat. So the G.I. Joe Snowcat, but it was yellow with the black stripes. So it's the Tiger Force version of the Snowcat. He's got the Dragonfly helicopter with Tiger Force stripes on it. He's got the boat, so the water moccasin with the tiger stripes, and he's got the four-wheeler. Yeah, the four-wheeler, the Ferret four-wheeler with the tiger stripes on it. So he's got those 4 vehicles that are Tiger Force all in his pile. And I'm like, oh, you know how much I want all those? I'm like, oh, I'm dying. Send them to me. Like, and there's parts and pieces everywhere. Like, he doesn't have, when he sends me the pictures, he's like, it's like just the shell. But then in another picture, he goes, there's a pile of missiles and parts. And I can be like, well, those are the treads that go on the vehicle. Those are the missiles that go with that vehicle. That's the canopy for that one. You know what I mean? So you can kind of look at all the different pictures and be like, I think you've got complete vehicles, but they're all taken apart and scattered around in different boxes, you know? So it's one of those finds where, yeah, everything is all over the place and it's going to take a while. And he's got Lego from, oh my gosh, he's got Lego stuff. Like, he showed me a Star Wars, I think it was a Z95. He goes, is this an X-Wing? He said, is this a Lego X-Wing? And it was all put together. So it was in a box wrapped up in a towel. So they had wrapped it up in a towel to keep it together and put it in the bottom of a box. And he pulled it out, opened it up, opened the towel. And he's like, is this an X-Wing Lego? And I was like, no, that's actually a Z95 Headhunter. And he goes, well, I obviously had this since I was a kid or something. And, in his parents, and now it's in his parents' attic. And I looked it up for him, and they, like, without a box, like just the model itself was selling on eBay for like $100 to $150. So I was like, he's like, should I just break this apart and use it as Lego, or you give it to my neighbor? Like, it can't be worth anything, is it? And I'm like, no, it's worth a lot. Like, leave it. Like, I was like, you should leave it there and just, I had a chance to buy a complete set of Night Force and I passed because I don't do G.I. Joe at the time. Oh, Night Force stuff is cool too. Wasn't there a Night Force Sky Striker? Yeah. Good old fashioned old time smarts. I have 0 Night Force. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, the Tiger Paw, the Tiger Shark, Frostbite. He was born in Alaska. Really? Frostbite was Alaskan? Tiger Cat. Yeah, that's what it was. The Tiger Cat. Yeah. Frostbite and Quinn. Lego 10 Commandments is my oldest Lego. But yeah, it's actually kind of fun because whenever my friend has a couple hours, he'll go over and start digging through more boxes that are stored in his parents' basement and attic and stuff. And it's cool to see like, he found a Darth Vader case full of figures. He had like another case full of Star Wars figures. And then he's got all these cases full of G.I. Joe parts and figures and boxes full of G.I. Joe vehicles. So it's like, it was cool to see someone going through stuff that they haven't looked at since, they were little kids, and it's like, he's like, I haven't gone through a lot of this stuff for like, he's like, in 25, 30 years, it's been sitting there, so. I'm kicking myself for not picking up the Lego spaceship yesterday. That was a funny joke, John. Come on. Oh, I got you. Yeah. Okay. There you go. Yeah. Yeah, speaking of Sky Strikers and stuff, like, I've got this finally together, and I'm missing, so I need one more of these small missiles to go here on this one. And I need another one like this for over here on this wing. And I have one of the chairs has its the parachute back there. You can see the parachute, but the other chair is missing its parachute. And a lot of this took effort. This was a long project, and Scuba Pete helped out immensely. So I think Scuba sent me one shell. I have 3 shells. I basically had to get 3 Sky Strikers in order to make one good Sky Striker out of the 3. Like, the wings on one of them the wings on this were brown. So I had a good body, a good white body with brown wings. And then I had Scuba sent me, I think Scuba sent me the really good white body. So I got a really good white body from Scuba and some wings and parts. And then Scuba Pete's awesome. He helps out a lot of people. And I had to take 3 of these apart to put white. I had white wings on one with a destroyed body. I had a good white body with brown wings. So I had to basically put those two together. And then I had to get, and then only one of them, the wheels worked. The wheels come out the bottom here with this lever on top. And they didn't all work. So I had to get one to get working wheels because these things just were a pain in the butt. And so it was such an ordeal to try and get one of these in good shape and finally have it thanks to Scuba Pete and some diligence from a couple other people. I think I had help from somebody else too, but I can't remember off the top of my head. But I've been meaning to do a video now that I've got it pretty much together. But the Sky Striker, this has been a project for a couple years. I mean, it was one of those things that I just really wanted to build up because this was one of my brother's favorite vehicles as a kid. And it has a special meaning in my heart to have this thing and once again be able to look at it because, when your brother gets cancer and you're afraid that he's going to die on you, those memories are all that you're going to have. So it was kind of like I had to get a good working Sky Striker because number one, I want to go back and show him. I want to be like, look here, you had and if he wants it, he can have it and hang on to it while he's recovering. You know what I mean? And yeah, it's a cool thing. But I remember he got this and it was one of his favorite toys. And I'm glad to finally have it built up. Just missing a couple minor parts, and then we'll have it complete and working. And it's pretty beautiful. I mean, this is a nice white one. It looks pretty good. And I'm so thankful that Scuba and a couple other, whoever else, there was someone else in the community that helped with that. And I can't remember who it was off the top of my head, but I know Scuba had a big part in it because he helped get that white frame. Well, guys, there was one other thing I wanted to go through. We'll save it for another day, but look at this pile, okay? I have a giant pile of file cards, and there's even flag points and all kinds of stuff here. There's stuff falling all over the place. That I need to go through and sort out. There some of it's in random piles, but there's look at this. There's now you can be the next Joe. You could turn yourself into a G.I. Joe. There's G.I. Joe mail away forms, special savings. Show your G.I. Joe spirit, and here's the one for the boat thing. And for Duke there, you get a mail away Duke. So there's like a whole pile of mail away stuff. This top secret dispatch. And then when you open it up, you can get all these vehicles and things and mail away for them. But yeah, I've got like stacks and stacks of this stuff that I need to go through. Look at all this. It's just like all G.I. Joe like posters and is that the Sergeant Slaughter mail away? Like yeah. Look at all these things. There's all these G.I. Joe. Oh, here we go. Sergeant Slaughter mail away stuff. So, I've got a lot of things to go through here that, something for the fridge. Remember the fridge mail away? But I got to go through all this. There's just like this pile of I mean, look at all this stuff. There's, and I got to sort it all out. I got to sort out like what are mail-aways, what are posters, what are file cards. So we've got a lot to do in a future video together. We can go through all this and sort it out. Look at there's a 5-point flag point there. Like I'm gonna keep the flag points too. I don't care. I mean, it's like they're Cobra Commander. That must have been from the mail-away, right? The mail-away Cobra, because there was a mail-away hooded Cobra Commander, right? And some of them are almost full-on card backs. There's like, I've got card backs in here, and we got instruction. What's that? That's for the Persuader, right? Or what was that, right? Yeah, Persuader instructions. So there's instructions in here. Look at Wetsuit, Dr. Mindbender, Backstop, Airtight. So there's all this stuff that we need to go through, and we can go through it together in a video and just take some time and look at it all. So we'll have to do that on a future show, because I don't want to go too much further here and run into other people's streams, because other streams are going to be starting at 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock. So John always makes me feel human. Thanks, my brother. Wow, that's really nice. Look at that baby. Looks mint. Holy moly. Look away, Paul! Look away! Too late, I've seen it. I'm looking forward to the HasLab Sky Striker. Yeah, that would have been cool. I was a Rattler. I need a Rattler. I had the Rattler as a kid. My brother had the Sky Striker. I had the Rattler. I need a Rattler. I am desperate for a Rattler. And there is a local store that has a Rattler, but the wings are broken. And mine was not broken when I was a kid. Mine was mint. It was perfect. So I cannot bring myself to buy one that's any less than perfect. I want one. I want to just buy it perfect. I don't want to have to go through what I went through with that Sky Striker and spend 3 years trying to build a nice one. I'm just going to flat out buy a nice Rattler right from the get-go, because the other thing is the wheels on the Rattlers break all the time. The wings break all the time. So I need to find one that's in really good shape to start with. If it's missing a couple missiles, I'll be okay with that. I can track down some missiles, but it's the body and wings and the wheels that are the most important, and it's so hard to find it in good shape that's not broken. I wish that Rattler had not disappeared. Oh my gosh, that is the one thing. I am so desperate for the Rattler. Bob has action voice. Royal Air Force want a dogfight? It's time to bust the tower. Buzz the tower. Cobra Pilot Interrogator. Jonathan Redmond. Interrogator with Cobra Chopper. No shit, I'm going to have to start a GoFundMe for a kidney, because Eternia will set me back $1 million dues. Yeah, there you go. Get an expandable file, sort through. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, something like that. Yeah. Love paraphernalia. Paraphernalia, that's what it's called. Yeah. RAF shot them down. Shot them down. Oh, come on. Even though I never collected Joe's, looking back all these years later, it really was the best toy line when you consider the size of the line. Yeah, yeah. If you buy a Rattler, next week HasLab will do a Rattler. Yeah, exactly, right? Yeah. I have 3 sets to pick for Lego studs. I actually don't have a set to pick from. I'm behind on my Lego. I gotta. Yeah, I don't know if I could do anything today. I feel bad popping in if I don't have a Lego to build, and I mean, like, I should have them all over the place, but I don't. Yeah, I was gonna go to Jonathan's note here before we go. So I have a book that shows every single O-ring G.I. Joe figure that was ever made. And O-ring figure, meaning that like they're designed like this, where and he's got the O-ring holding them together with the screw in the back. Because later on, they did change the design of G.I. Joe in the 90s somewhere, or maybe it was the early 2000s. I don't know where it was, but they did change the design at some point, so he no longer had the O-ring and he no longer had the screw hole in the back. But O-ring G.I. Joes, I have a book that shows a photo of the figure and all their accessories for every, and then it numbers them. Number 1, figure number 2, figure number 3, and it shows every single figure and every single variant of every single figure that came out through the years. And there is 1,059 different O-ring G.I. Joe action figures. So if you were a completist, if you were a die-hard completist who wanted to get every single G.I. Joe and every single variant of all the G.I. Joes that ever came out in O-ring style, you would have to go hunt down 1,059 different figures. And that to me is insane. So that's a testament to the G.I. Joe line and how long it lasted with one design, with one toy design. So it's crazy. No, the book is behind 30 comic book boxes and in a cabinet. So of course it's not handy. I'll have it for the next one because actually part of the plan today is to get those comic book boxes out of the living room and out of that where they are, so then I can get to that cabinet. So I could actually post a picture later today, Paul, if you've got Instagram or Twitter. I'll post it on both Instagram and Twitter later today because I will be putting those comic boxes away later today and cleaning up because I got to finish clearing out the living room so it's now livable again. I've got my dad's chair and his space where he likes to sit and look outside all cleaned up. And now I've just got to clean up around the coffee table and in front of this one cabinet. And then we can actually use the living room again as intended, like a real living room. So, yeah. So Paul, if you've got Twitter or Instagram, I'll post a picture on both of those and have it up later today. So. Free build, there you go, free build. Well, I can't get to my free Lego either because it's that's all in the storage shed now. My buckets, my giant bins full of Lego, full of random brick, are all they're in the storage sheds. I have 2 storage sheds full of stuff, and the Lego all moved to the storage shed. John, the host of the Lego, doesn't really build Lego when you think about it. It's always welcome, honorable member of the Lego stuff. Oh, that would be awesome. I love the P-38 Lightning. Yes, it's a great vehicle, great plane, really cool. A lot of World War II planes were like some of the top designs ever made. I mean, you got the P-58 is it a 58 Mustang? The P-58 Mustang, the Lightning. There's a lot of planes that were back then that were just like incredible. Just the best designs that have ever been done in aviation. I think it's just great. Yeah, that number is crazy. Yeah. You factor in all the figure and card. How big would the Star Wars figures count come to? Well, that's the thing. Like with Star Wars, there's still less than 200 figures to collect, even if you get all the variants. You know what I mean? So there's technically like 101 different figures, and then when you calculate it all in all the variants, there's you can bring you up to the 150s, 160 range. I don't even think you're going to hit 200 buying every Star Wars from 77 to 85 is what I mean. The first run of Kenner, It's just me or is John Goatee looking at more sinister? Yeah, it's growing. It keeps growing. I don't want to do anything to it. I want to let it grow. Like these are getting really long. Like look how long that's getting. And I can actually like twist it out and get almost like a handlebar thing going. But I just want to let it grow and see where it goes, and then I'll shape it when it gets fully bushy, and I mean it's almost there now where I can start shaping it and figure out what I want to do with my beard. I actually kind of want to let the rest of it grow. I feel like I want to do like a, Rick, Left Coast Rick, and let it grow. Ed5, thanks for becoming a new member. Appreciate it. Got both of them. All right, cool. Imperial goatee. 51, yeah, P51 Mustang, that's what it was. But the 38's a beauty. Well, I thought they were different card backs. The vintage would be more. I mean, yeah, I guess if you go into card backs, if you go into carded figures, you're right. Yeah, because everyone came out on a Star Wars, like think about Luke Skywalker. It was a 12-back A, B, and C versions. Then it was like the 20 back with the Boba Fett offer, then a 21 back when Boba Fett came out. And there's like A, B, and C versions of each of those. So if you go into carded figures, Star Wars you could probably get 1,000. If you go into carded figures on Star Wars, you're right. Yeah. That's pretty, almost looks like a bat symbol. Christian Fandom Geek, how you doing? Good to see you. White Shadows here. All these people showing up right at the end, right before we leave. So on the way out, I want to. This plane was a 75 earthquake. Whoa. On the way out, I gotta play a thing because we got a new member here. Ed5 has joined as a member. So Ed5, do you want to pick a super chat video? We could and if Ed5 doesn't want to pick, we could get anybody to pick, but you've got so Ed5, we could pick any of these super chat videos and I'll play a video on the way out. Just let me know what you wanna see here. We could do underpants ball, mouse pull-ups, kaiju sex, turtle gymnastics, Twicky bitty bitty, Godzilla drop kicks. We've got Super Friends popcorn, alien perverts, and Batgirl fighting. So we got all kinds of things that we could play for you if you want to play something. John, the clock's changed. I think it's earlier or later or something. He wants to keep on. Space Pants Ball. You're an early bird. No, I just moved up a tier. Oh, okay. You moved up a tier. Well, still, you get to pick something. I don't care. I don't have Monkey Poo. Kaiju sex. You want to see kaiju sex? All right, let's do kaiju. Ban the DF dice leak black sex tapes. Ban the poo. All right, here's some kaiju sex. Where's that video? Here it is. This is a great show, by the way. If you can find Wellington Paranormal, I highly recommend watching Wellington Paranormal. It is a hilarious TV show, and that's where I got these clips from for kaiju sex.
Oh my god, look! It's the bubble! Oh yeah! Don't move far! We're gonna fight my Godzillas. They're different on fighting. Should we call the Air Force? They've all gone. One of them's growing a second neck.
I don't think that's a neck. I think one of them's maybe female. Or female identifying.
Okay, let's give them some privacy, guys. They are currently still mating, as we can see.
It's something to behold. We've been beholding it for some time.
What are you doing, Parker? Parker! Get off the beach! Get them some privacy, go! Disturbing nature.
Hello there. Yeah. Tez shows up right where we're gonna leave. Hi, Tez. Bye, Tez. See you later. You missed everything. Yeah. Good one. No. Gap's here too. Hello, Gap, wherever you are. Gap Stargate's here. Well, Gap After Dark now. Gap After Dark, sorry. How you doing, Gap? Good to see you. All right, guys, I'm going to go. Thanks for checking out G.I. Joe with me. I'm glad that we were able to build ourselves a complete water moccasin now. So that's nice to have. And I don't know, if you want a water moccasin shell with a couple of parts, let me know. We could trade. We could do something here. We could help each other out, and you could get a. We could throw a copperhead in with that, since I got 3 copperheads now. So yeah, we can work something out if someone needs a water moccasin. Sorry, I'm picturing stuff, so not chatting much. Monkey Poo is not big or clever wheeled. More civilized. Yeah, more civilized, yes. Respect and unity. All right, guys, I will go on to Monkey Lizard Lego studs in, I don't know, 40 minutes or so. And I'll talk to you guys later. See ya. Stay awesome, everybody. Thank you for watching.
Hi, this is Ashley Eckstein, voice of Ahsoka Tano, and thank you for listening to the Super Awesome Geek Show.
There you go. Go to Tez's stream. Go to Tez's stream.